The San Jose Sharks were once a bastion of competitive hockey out west, one of the most exciting teams to watch. In recent years, the franchise has fallen from its former glory, with many of its star players having moved on to retirement or other teams. The Sharks are in a rebuilding phase with a lot of young talent on their roster, and fans are eager to see this team return to their former glory. But I am not. Sharks fans, here's why I hate your stupid fucking team this year.
I never heard of half of these guys, and the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The 2023-24 Sharks are one of those Frankenstein teams that really should recognize that the time has come for a full rebuild, but they've still locked up a lot of their most valuable trade pieces, in this case Logan Couture and Tomas Hertl, meaning they can't recoup a lot of value from these players when they're eliminated from the playoffs around mid-November. And speaking of the Sharks captain, can we just pause and appreciate what an absolute stud this man is? Sure, Couture's entering the back nine of his career, but there's never been a more heart and soul member of the Sharks organization since Thornton and Martlet left. Please, please, give him a team that can actually get him a cup before he retires, because this man desperately deserves it. Unfortunately, that will not be this year, because I saw that Luke Kunin, a man whose career high in points is 22, is going to be one of Couture's wingers. But at least Alex Barabanov has actually gotten within spitting distance of 50 points as Couture's opposite winger. That poor son of a bitch. Now, their second line of Anthony Duclair, Hoffman, and Tomas Hertl looks like it could be one of the strongest in the league if we went back in time to the year 2018. Kevin Labanc has been exposed as the hockey version of a Remora, just suctioning himself to the underbellies of much better players and scooping up the free points that come off. Without elite players on his lineup, he's a 30-point guy somehow making $5 million. Your top defenseman is Mario Ferraro, a man whose name is so stereotypically Italian, I'm now convinced he's Anthony Soprano in Witness Protection. Your other top pairing defenseman is Matt Benning, a man whose Corsi is so far in the negative it has the suicide hotline on speed dial. And on the second pairing, holy shit, it's Marc-Edouard Vlasic, still bopping around and getting them checks at age 36. Only a couple more seasons of this absolute anchor taking away quality minutes from your actual young defenseman. I mentioned it at the time of the trade, but you took your most valuable trade chip, defending Norris Trophy winner Erik Karlsson, and proceeded to ship him off for a first, second, and a bunch of terrible contracts. Look, I loved my career as a player, and I'm glad we finally have a black GM in the NHL, but we won't have one for long if you keep giving away your good players for pocket change. Your goaltenders are Kaapo Kähkönen and Mackenzie Blackwood, two equally terrible goaltenders. I'd say pick your poison when it comes to making the choice on who will get the majority of the starts, but I fear I'd end up disappointing Sharks fans at the revelation that, alas, taking actual poison is not an option.
Anybody got an idea?
It's David Quinn, a man so unremarkable his claim to fame is being inducted into the Rhode Island Hockey Hall of Fame. I hope they gave him a certificate for his wife proudly display on the refrigerator with their children's drawings. Pictured here doing his very worst Zoolander smolder look, Quinn is entering his second year as Sharks head coach. The best compliment I can give him is that at least he's not coaching the Rangers anymore. But that is a man who is surely about one 3-game losing streak from being fired in early December.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the new guy.
The Sharks managed to grab Anthony Duclair from Florida because he realized that they were actually trying to win and wouldn't let him just go full sicko mode whenever he wanted. Being on a passively trying team is more his speed. Meanwhile, that entire third line is just the island of misfit toys. We got draft bust Philip Zadina, who will be trying to prove that without the talent suppression machine that is Jim Blashill, he could at least be adequate. There's the big piece that came back for Erik Karlsson, Mikael Granlund, who's been an absolute black hole in terms of productivity, making $5 million for the next 2 years. And Kevin Labanc is being asked to hold it all together. Good luck with that, Kev.
You gay Irish fireman, you're okay. But you, I do not like.
Logan Couture is just such a good goddamn player. All I ask is that if you do trade him, do not send him to Pittsburgh. Or Carolina. Or the Rangers. You know what? Just send him to play with Ovi to be safe.
You really told that Shelly off.
You are gonna suck. Like, real bad. Like, picking top 3 next draft bad. It will be with a new head coach and maybe a new GM after Greer trades Couture to the Rangers for a conditional 4th round pick. The Shark Tank is gonna have a brand new meaning this year.
The game